Well, it's here. Obviously I've taken it out of the box and put it in the welder, but yeah, so let's get on with this door. Well, we have a corner now, and we've got that corner done. So at this point I'm going to get the that fibre wheel thing on the grinder, and I'm just going to go over the whole door like I did the other one. Just sand it all down, see if I can find any more spots that need to be addressed, but hopefully not. But yeah, it's come along all right there. Hopefully should get to the point where I get some well, at least epoxy on it today. Well, here we go again. God damn it. I am so over this. It's been 2 years now. I've been fighting with tents. I'm trying not to swear. Trying not to start cussing, but I'm just done with it, I'll be honest. But I don't have a choice. On a brighter note, got the dashboard switches off there. I think I showed you earlier, I got the dashboard painted. Doors there because it keeps blowing off the rack. Can't do anything on that. Obviously I'm not painting today. Well, not painting much today. The surrounds for the lights, I need to give that another coat, but yeah, they've had a coat of paint. Let's try and just de-stick them from there. What's happened there? I think it's the wind's just blowing everything. But yeah, so overall I'm still making a little bit of progress. But the door hasn't actually fallen off, I've just laid it there because like I say, the gusts of wind are just taking it over. So yeah, I've just ordered another tarpaulin and I've looked around. You just don't seem to be able to get the big heavy ones anymore. You used to be able to get these big, real heavy, thick, transparent ones, and I've been looking for one of those for a while, but they're always just absolutely huge things for, you know, semis or ticks, that sort of thing. But I found one, so it's Thursday today, it should be here by Saturday, so yeah, transit's finished. To be honest, I was out testing the transit out when this happened, so yeah, I know. So I'll give those housings another quick blast. I have been trying to get the steering wheel off. It doesn't want to come off, so I think I'm going to have to get my hub puller, which isn't here. It's over at the shop, of course. And I didn't even realise until I went looking around and then pulled the box out that I thought it was in, and then I remembered having that box in my hand over at the shop and thinking to myself, I need to put my hub puller in there. So yeah, well, whatever. It's actually cheaper just to buy another one than it is to drive all the way over there, so. But yeah, I've got all the bits off the switches just here for the moment. I will put all that back together once it's painted, because obviously there's the potential for them to get lost. But yeah, like I say, this wheel has proven to be a bit challenging, but it's coming off anyway because I do want to replace it because it's in a really poor condition. So yeah, let me just continue with this. I was going to take the column out, but I've decided against that at the moment. That's my cell phone there. That's probably a confirmation of my tarpaulin order. Anyway, yes, I was going to take the column out, but I've decided against it. I can get into everything to paint it without actually dismantling it all, so that's okay there. I am going to loosen the gear lever out. It can come out, and I'm also the handbrake lever, the parking brake, emergency brake, whatever you call it. That I'm just leaving for the moment because I need another one, so I don't care about overspray on it. The gear selector, it was all rusty anyway, so it needs to be painted and, you know, spruced up. I do have a different gear knob for it, so, you know, those bits I wasn't too concerned about. Did actually pick up a carpet for the front of this. It's I wasn't actually out looking for a carpet, but I found one anyway. So only problem is it's only this front. Well, where we at? This front floor section here. I have no idea where I was pointing the camera to there, but yeah, it's this front floor section, and the rest of it I will. I don't know. I still need to figure out what I want to do. It's probably black carpet. I think that's going to be the most sensible thing up the front here. Obviously the rest of it, that'll get done when it gets done. But the other thing I need is a headliner, because the clown that had this previously chopped the headliner out so that he could put a center console in there, like a roof console, and there's all of these wires here and everything. That's all just, you know, I don't even know what half of that does. Well, it is officially the next day, and it's actually quite a nice one, but yeah, canopy was completely shredded during the night. I mean, it's just done. Well, we may have solved the problem. So I've been talking with a few guys online, and apparently this front distortion panel, as they call it, yeah, I've learned a new term, but yeah, this one is normally found on the Brazilian models. So I thought this was original, but it looks like this has been replaced at some point, and rather than it being replaced with the correct one, they've actually mispurchased and they've purchased the Brazilian one. So I've got two options. Either I can start drilling into the paint and everything and making mountings to mount this bumper on, or I can purchase the Brazilian bumper. And I'm kind of hovering around both ideas. I don't know which way to go just yet. And sometimes when you're, you know, a bit unsure about what decision to make, it's best not to make any decision at all. So, but yeah, that definitely answers that question. Now, somebody suggested, is this not a Brazilian body shell? Well, I doubt it. I mean, this is it's pretty well documented, this vehicle, from its previous owners. It is also right-hand drive, and as far as I'm aware, they did not make right-hand drive Brazilian models. Now, I know that they are quite straightforward to convert from left to right, but I mean, that would be dashboard and everything. So I mean, even the side loading door, it is set up for the right-hand side van, right-hand drive van. So I think this panel has been replaced. That is the most logical answer to it. So yeah, right now I'm not going to do anything until I need to figure this out. Well, obviously cleaning everything up, but yeah, I think while I'm waiting to get that other side finished, get the rest of the stuff from the shop, I'm just concentrating on this floor area here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an epoxy coating down like I did in the back. So I'm just cleaning everything up. I don't really want to take the steering out, so I'll just mask all of that up. Handbrake lever, I don't really care about that. It's not working. It needs to be replaced. The other thing is the actual shifter, and I'm going to see if I can. I'll see how difficult it is to remove. Hopefully it's not too bad, but we'll see. But yeah, parking brake, handbrake lever, emergency brake, whatever you want to call it. I've noticed there is a lot of bits missing off that, so I found a guy that's got one. It's not too expensive, it's relatively close to here, and I should be able to pick it up as I swing round to the shop on Monday. So yeah, yeah, otherwise I've got the seat in the back. Also, I'll see if he's got a passenger seat as well, and we'll take it from there. Oh, I also forgot, I now have a headlining on its way, and there is carpeting for the front of here. Obviously the carpeting won't go in, but once I've got this painted, I want to get into putting the windows in. As the goal is, I want this sealed up before the bad weather gets in. Obviously the issues with the tent and everything, it's, you know, obviously the issues and everything with the tent, you know, don't make things ideal. So yeah, I want all the body glass in, I want the roof on. I'm not sure whether I'll get the actual pop-up part finished, but I would at least like it in place so it can be pulled down and it keeps the interior dry. Then, you know, if the weather's not too good, I can still work on the engine and everything. I mean, I can clear some more space in the garage there. I can put the engine on an engine stand and I can get that all assembled in there. Transmission, I am doing a rebuild on it. It's an unknown quantity, so at the very least I'm going to redo all the synchros on it. I just want to have a good go through, just see if there's anything worn out. Everything seems to be available, so that's not an issue. Now, then of course it's just starting to put it all together. The very last part that I'm doing on this is going to be the interior, and I'm thinking that if I can stay on track and I don't get too many more delays like I've had these past few weeks, then hopefully I can actually have this driving, maybe not finished, but driving by the new year. That would be the ideal goal. But yeah, that's a few months away yet. We're just in August, so let's just concentrate on what we can do here today. I'll continue in this theme of keeping things rolling along. I am just going around refurbishing some of the... take two. Well, continuing the theme of keeping things rolling along, I am going around just grabbing a few bits and pieces that need refurbishing and just getting them cleaned and painted up there. So I've just done the Giga selector, got the pedals already done the dash, the switches. I think I might just pull the dash out and do a bit of work on the dash. Obviously I've done the epoxy on the inside. That 24 hours to dry, so that can just sit there for a while. And yeah, I'm just going to continue just working my way around. So, got some of the components I took off the dashboard there. Obviously these need all the paint taking off them and giving a good clean. This is the obviously dashboard clocks. Again, I'm just going to dismantle it, just give this a really good clean and then just reassemble it all. Again, this is all stuff that needs to be done, and I know realistically I'd rather be working on the actual body of the van, but I can't, so let's just carry on with this. Well, there's the clocks out. They're actually in decent shape. Gauge needs a little bit of a... Actually, does that need adjusting? No, it's not meant to be like that. It looks fine from the front, but one thing you can see is how faded the orange is on there. So yeah, that I will address. Just a little can of modelling fluorescent orange paint there should fix that, and a little tiny brush. But yeah, otherwise they look in decent shape. There is a slight difference between the actual gauge itself and the cluster on the left, but I think that'll be fine. But yeah, the other thing I think I'll do is I'll probably this here, I may just replace that with an LED. So, oh, there's two of them, there's one down there as well. Yeah, pretty straightforward, you know, basic stuff. Saw this in a lot, this style of cluster in a lot of European vehicles. I mean, Fords, Vauxhalls, obviously VWs. It's yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna give this a clean. I want to see how easy it is to pop this glass out. I would like to take the glass out to clean it, but if not, I should be able to clean it in situ there. Anyway, let me just put this down in case I just do something stupid like drops out. Yeah, I don't want to break it. So, assuming you can hear me over this weed eater that's going next door, basically all it is like a little snap ring, and you just, it's got a little lip on it. They actually went in that way. It's got a little lip on there, you just tap it and it turns and it just pops out. So, pretty straightforward. I'm going to do the same with this one. And I'll get into this one, and I think what I'll do is sand these, because they obviously are, they're not hideous, but they certainly are not good enough to go back in yet. So I'll sand them, paint them, and then I'll basic soap and water, I'll just give this a really good scrub, and yeah, take it from there. Well, got these all nicely dismantled and washed. I'm going to let them dry, and then I just want to have a good look at them. I may just simply hit these with some plastic restorer. Don't really want to paint them if I don't have to. I'm not big on painting plastics. Yeah, no, I painted a lot of them in the Transit, but I wanted to actually change the colour. Where with this, I want to retain the black. And so I'll let it dry, and then I'll hit it with something like Mothers or something like that. But yeah, and of course go in for some lunch, and tabletop blows off. So I've got to find a speedo glass. These two survived fine. They just bounced. But yeah, whatever. I don't know. I'm you know. But anyway, they are, oh, there's a glass shop in town. I'm going to have a ride in, see if they can just cut me one of those. But like I say, these two came on, they were fine. It's just that one there. So, oh well, that's how it goes sometimes. I do think I need a bit of something on the inside of there. And I just spritz it with some flat black, because you can see it through the glass. So yeah, I think I'll go do that now. Well, I'll wash these two and then I'll go and spritz that, or one or the other. Well, that is definitely looking better. Glove box lid is also looking better as well. So I need that glass, but I'll figure that one out. So yeah, let's put those to one side. Got a few other bits and pieces around the back here that I've been working on. Just basic stuff, air vents, things like that. Where are we at? Gear selector, that's all nicely painted up, sanded now. Air vents, they need another coat of paint. These ones here, I'm not happy with these. I did them with a bit of Mothers. It didn't do anything at all. They just awful plastic. So I've just given them a quick spritz of flat black, satin black, sorry. I'm just going to leave that to dry. I think I've got some more of these somewhere. So I'm not going to do anything more with them. I'm just going to leave them for the moment. Gear selector retainer. Obviously I haven't done around the top here because there's a rubber boot goes over there, and that gets packed out with grease, but otherwise that's done. Did that with the gunmetal from Rust-Oleum. I like that. I've used it a few times. It's a nice paint. It lasts a long time as well. Did a set of rims with that about 5 years ago on a buddy's car, and he's still, other than where his wife's curbed it a couple of times, the rims look as good as new. So yeah, I like the Rust-Oleum stuff. But yeah, these are just, I don't like these at all. These are just nah. So like I say, I'm going to have a look around, see if I can find the other ones out, and if they're better then I'll work with them. Otherwise I'll have to figure something out with these. But yeah, they're done just about. Want another coat of paint. I just want to leave those to dry. So yeah, we're moving along there, and yeah, again, like I said earlier, I do apologise for these videos just being all over the place, but unfortunately that's the way it is right now. So I've done the epoxy in here. It's clear. It's supposed to be like a beigey white. Yeah. So anyway, that's all sealed nicely. I'll just come back. It's got to wait 24 hours to dry. I'll just come back. I'll leave it all taped up. And I'll just hit it with some primer. Just paint it up there. So it'll be fine. It's the main thing is to get the epoxy on and get it all sealed up. That was the goal, and it's done. So, well, there we go. I know. An old buddy of mine once asked me, well, I actually was laughing because I'm one of those people, I like to clean everything, and if I can paint it, I like to paint it. And, you know, he was kind of making a bit of fun of me for doing that. So, you know, he's an ex-friend now. I don't need that negativity in my life. No, seriously though, I just, you know what, if you can make it look nice, I just like to make it look nice. And I know these aren't technically period correct colours or anything, but you know, I think it looks okay. You know, I like the gunmetal with the satin black, and these air intake runner things. I must admit, if funding would allow, one thing I'd really like to do with this, I'd like to put a Weber kit on it, but you know, budget constraints and all of that, you know. But we'll see how it goes when we get closer to finished item. But yeah, and it, like I've said several times in this video, I mean, I would be doing this anyway at some point, but right now, because I can't work on the bus itself, I'm just doing things because I feel the need to be making progress, and at least doing something like this. It's not exactly perfect, but it's still progress. So anyway, I'm gonna leave these to dry, and then I'll get them put away in the cupboard again, and then that's them done and safe. I still haven't found these bits. I know I've got some. I have seen them somewhere. There's a box got several bits in. I'm going to have a look in the other shed, because some of the stuff's in this shed here behind me. That's where the carbs. I had forgotten. I thought I needed a new alternator for this. I found the alternator, and I don't know why I had missed it previously, but no, the alternator is there, so that makes me happy. I might just do a rebuild on that. Not today, but you know, a little bit down the line. And a couple of other bits in there that I want to get out and paint, so that's what I'm going to do now. Well, me continuing to play around with the tins, I've got everything that I have laid out. So, I've got a bit up there. I think there's that airbox thing there, but yeah, I do believe that I'm missing other bits. Not entirely sure what they are, because these side bits here, I've got an old rusty one here. and obviously it's got that section on the bottom. Look at that there. So obviously I need two of those. So yeah, there is a VW place nearby. Well, say nearby, about an hour away. And I think tomorrow when I'm over at the shop picking the rest of the camper van stuff up, I may just come back that way and just have a chat with them. And yeah, because the other thing I still need that upper section of that dashboard. I'm hoping to be able to pick a piece of that up somewhere rather than refurbishing the one that I've got, because there's a lot of work in refurbishing that and it's never going to be as good as the original. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, for now I'm just, like I say, sorting stuff out, cleaning it up, painting it, and yeah, laying it out here to see exactly what I have. Yeah, this back section here was all bent up. I've straightened it all out there now. This one here, this has been, I'm pretty sure this is a paint that we have here called Hammerite, because that's very much the green that it comes in. So I'm gonna clean all that down, epoxy it, then I'll all the ones I've seen is like a satin black, so I need some more satin black, which I'll pick up tomorrow, and then I'll paint that, put it back to its closer to its correct colour. Green's a bit hideous, and I don't want to just paint over the top of it. So anyway, oh yeah, switches, did those yesterday. They've just been hanging there drying. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to pack up for today. There's a few more bits and pieces I can pull out there tomorrow, but I'm kind of stuck. I need to be on with this. This is what I need finished, this side here. And but like I say, I need to be over at the shop to pick some stuff up over there so I can get back and get this finished. And I ordered a new roof for this. Should have been here today. Got an email a couple of hours ago. It's not going to be here till Monday or Tuesday now. So yeah. I think I mentioned earlier, I do have stuff ordered for this cabin. I have a new roof ordered. That should be here at the end of the week. There's actually a carpet for the front there, which it was on special offer, so I just grabbed it, while I could. There's something else on its way. I don't remember what it is right now. The other thing is the components for that door. I am going to order those later today. Hopefully they'll be here by the end of next week, and by which time fingers crossed, I may be close to getting clear coat on this. So yeah, obviously I've still got some painting to do on the inside here. I don't want to do any of this until I get the top on this tent, because all it's going to take is one shower of rain just to ruin it all. So at the moment I'm kind of holding back on that before I get into doing any of that. So yeah, I'm at the proverbial standstill once again. So yeah, let's just pack it up for today. Well, as you can see, I have roof panels, and the other one is up on top of the transit there. That's right, I made it over to the shop and I've basically picked up everything that remained over there for the camper van, for the VW. So that's the other body tray. I have windshield over there, windows and other bits and bobs are down there. This, I didn't even know this existed, was that this here, but this is, I think this is some sort of internal bed that goes up in like the roof section. Still need to figure that out. I don't quite know what that is yet, but we'll get to that. What I'm doing right now is well, the other news, let's just get this in order. I do have the new canvas for the tent now. So, first things first this morning, I want to get the roof and everything down off here. And I'm going to just pressure wash it all. And then I get that put to the side. I'm leaving the other stuff inside the Transit for now. It's taking no harm in there. But it can stay in there for the time being. Then, like I say, I'll get all this pressure washed. I'll clear this area here, then move the Mondeo out. I'll get the camper van pulled back, drop the tent down, put the new canvas on, move the move the camper van back in. So, I think one thing I really want to do is as a temporary measure anyway. I'm pressure washing this, and then I'm going to sit this on top of the van. Then that part is out of the way. This section up here, again, I'm going to pressure wash it. And then I'm just going to wrap that in plastic and put it down the side of the house for the time being. But I really needed this over here because there are some mounting points on here that were broken off when it was taken off. And obviously the wood on here is in pretty dire condition anyway. So I want to get this all sorted out. I want to get this side finished on the van. And yeah, we are now beyond the end, we are almost to the end of August. I desperately need the clear coat on this vehicle before we'll get to the end of September, because that's when the weather just turns here and it's just going to be too cold. And I don't want paint work to be running into next year. I need this done. So without further ado, let's get on with it. I believe this has not seen soap and water in many decades. Ah, this thing is dirty. And it's not where it's been sitting in my buddy's garage. This comes from when this was all put together. Anyway, the plastic and everything looks all in good condition. It's just really, really dirty. Wants a damn good sanding, primed, epoxied, and all of that good stuff. Yeah, anyway, let me turn the camera off. You don't want to see me just sitting washing something. One thing I'm really not going to shoot much video, probably none at all, of me just cleaning this and rebuilding the tent and all of that, because that's been done many times before and it's kind of boring at this point. So yeah, this is more just an introduction. I'm going to put this camera to one side, and then I'm just going to get all this done, and next time you'll see me is probably when I've started working on the van again. Well, I'm going to leave those to dry, and I think this might be a good place to bring this video to a close. I do apologise, it has been all over the place, but if you saw the update that I did last week, then you know some of the reasons why. I've just had various issues, tent, etc. All the issues with the paint and everything, and it's just reached the point where all I can do is just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit somewhere else, and it really just makes the videos just completely disjointed. And unfortunately, that's just, like I've said before, sometimes that's just the way it is with projects like this. Sometimes they just don't go smoothly and things go wrong and things are just not what they're meant to be or whatever, and you end up with weeks like I've just had where I am just doing whatever I can do to keep this project moving along. So, and yeah, we'll start plugging away. Also have stuff ordered for the van. I've got the runners and everything for that side door. They're all on order. Headlining's on order. There's a carpet for the front is on order. There is something else which I don't remember what it is. I keep forgetting, but I have ordered something else. I'll hopefully get the rest of the painting done inside this cabin. We'll definitely get this door painted and sorted out. And yeah, so we should be rolling back along, and middle of August, well, what is it, I think it's about the 19th or something, 20th or something at the moment of August. So ideally I would like to have this, all the bodywork finished off and all of the paintwork finished by the end of August, beginning of September, because that is really when the weather starts to turn here, and it's going to get cooler, it's going to get, damper, we're going to start heading towards the winter, and I want the paintwork finished before that time arrives, and then I can just concentrate on getting all the windows in. I've got some of the window seals, I don't have all of them, I've still got to go through. Uh, yeah, obviously I need the quarter light frames for these doors. I know it's just bits and pieces, but I just want to get the van sealed up for the winter, and then we can start working on the mechanical side of it and get the engine sorted out. I have seen people actually, calm down, I have seen people actually starting them on the test bench, on an engine stand. So I need to have a closer look at it, see if you can just bolt the starter motor directly to the engine casing and see how that works. But I would like to bench test the engine before I actually get to putting it in. So also the transmission is to be rebuilt. We will get into that. I know all of the suspension, ball joints, etc., all the various joints on this, they have been done. So they just really just need a good going over, just making sure everything is where it should be. And get the engine in, get the transmission in, transmission first, then the engine, get it wired, and we are really, Christmas time, or just after Christmas, is when I'm hoping to make a start with the interior. So that's kind of the schedule. That's a schedule that I'm aiming for. Obviously, that's open to change. Obviously that's subject to change. So, but there we have it anyway. So, thanks for watching. Take care and have a good one.